What's up, everyone? Today we're going to be working on the 63 Cadillac Coupe Deville. We got to get it ready for a road trip, something I've been wanting to do since I was in high school. I'm not going to tell you the destination quite yet, but it is going to be awesome. So there's a few things we need to take care of, wheels not being excluded from that, but spark plug wires. We're going to go through the distributor real quick. Definitely clean the inside of it because, well, let's go take a quick look at it and you tell me. So you know, the one downside of barn finds is when they sit, they if you had smell-o-vision, you could really get a good idea just how bad this is. You can see there's been some things living inside. But that's the kind of stuff we really need to take care of. Let's fix you guys. There you go. But we also have to make sure she can drive. I did go ahead and replace the fuel filter, and Rich is hanging out with me today. We're going to do an oil filter as well.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
You can see the engine for the V10 right there. Now, I know it's getting postponed, but road trip, Cadillac. I mean, guys, this is like a unicorn. Like, ah! So you can actually see the fuel filter sitting down there. How well you guys can see that right there. And I'll show you guys what the old filter looks like in a little bit. She was pretty bad. But we have a new coil. The spark plugs, when I went to Advance Auto to buy spark plug wires for it, they would only really have, or they only had yellow ones that I had to pre-make, and I'm like, I'm not putting yellow spark plugs, or spark plug wires rather. And so fortunately they were able to order ones that look fairly close to the original ones. There are aftermarket ones that I would like to get down the road that are exact replicas of the originals. And the other thing I would like to do before we go take the road trip is maybe some strut action replacement. You know, she floats really well. Maybe we can dial that down a tiny bit. But, and lastly, I got to pull this and see how long it will take for them to rebuild this. I might have to go and just shell out the money for a brand new one, because if it takes 2 or 3 weeks to have this one rebuilt, I don't have that kind of time. So yeah, all right, let's go ahead and get into it, guys. So the first thing we're going to work on today is replacing our spark plug wires. Now, the easiest thing we're going to do is just tape them up, mark what one is which, and then go to town on it. Once we're done, we'll put our new cap and rotor on it, and then we'll take it for a ride, warm it up a bit, do an oil change. So let's go ahead and jump in it. All right, you're going to start working on that. Get these marked. We should also think about getting a new one of these while we're at it. She's pretty good here. She's a little crunchy there though. So I'm going to start with the coil. Take this right off. When I have it over cleaning out the inside of it, I'm going to have to vacuum off the top of this engine.
Oh, it's pretty,
she's been lived in.
there's some debris in there for sure.
Now for this, I just chose a universal ignition coil. I only went with the Edelbrock one because the only other option they had was black, or not black, sorry, yellow, and like fluorescent yellow, and I didn't want to go with that. This one is red, which I was hoping to grab a black one, but for now this is what we have, this is what we'll work with. Thank you very much. cool thing about these old particular carburetors, you had two choices, the Rochester or the Carter. As you can see, this one looks a lot like the old, or the Edelbrock carburetors. And these are supposed to be one of the better options that you could have ended up with. And I'm very happy about it. We are going to go ahead and rebuild it. But just for tee-hee giggles, we'll throw an extra carburetor in the trunk for the trip. Need that screwdriver. There it is.
I gotta say, Cadillac did an awesome job in placement of those spark plugs.
Oh, those, that's a pretty neat looking, I mean, it's pitted and rusted, but the old manifold's pretty neat looking. They really liked to design things back then.
Yeah.
To not only function, but be aesthetically pleasing. Quick, simple, painless, probably still a little bit hot, so we're not gonna, but yeah. Save a few bucks there and there, you know? I'm not the biggest fan of that design. I don't know why it does that.
Probably you should have tacked that on until.
Yeah. I don't know why they did that.
Maybe there's supposed to be a little dimple or something that holds it in place. What do you think about that?
Beautiful. That'll definitely work. Yeah, you could definitely hammer a nail in with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, where's the cap? We'll have to find another cap. I didn't see this, but yeah, she's not the right color.
Screwdriver, got it?
Yep. She's slipping right out of my hand. There we go. That's the other side, look.
No.
There we go.
There we go. Well, if we touch enough time with greasy hands, it will be black.
You know, that is true. It's definitely true. It's funny enough, something that Jim G from, you guys may know from Nick's Garage, if you're looking for the appropriate looking Mopar wire plugs, you want black with the yellow writing, it's actually Napa brand ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll put the description down below.
Like the Belkins? The Belkin brand or no?
Actually, I don't remember exactly which one it is. I'll have to look at the email. I bought a set for Jim G.
Yeah.
And they're with the engine, waiting to be shipped up or to brought up to Nick's Garage. And unfortunately, the border's still closed, so we're still not able to do it. But Jim G, I do have your wire plugs. I tried mailing them a few, but they never made it to him. I don't know what the heck happened there. I think also the automatic choke might need a bit of a TLC.
Yeah.
Sounds like she runs a lot smoother now. Well guys, the next step is we are going to go ahead and start cleaning the inside of it. Now, unfortunately with barn finds, you have to remember things are going to take up residency. And this thing is so potent that it will literally burn your eyes. So we're going to go ahead and start cleaning her up so that on the road trip we have a nice and leisurely trip without having to worry about asphyxiation or whatever else would happen. So let's go ahead and take a quick walk around the actual Cadillac and I'll show you some of the imperfections, because she's a beautiful car. But barn finds are, you know, this is what you're going to be expecting with something that's sat for so long, even inside of a garage. So let's go ahead and take a look. So one of the biggest issues you're going to have with an old car that you find in a barn is, generally speaking, it's been around for a long time. This particular car has been around for 58 years. Even though it spent a good portion of its life hidden away from civilization, things still happen. Things still get bumps and bruises. And if you can't tell right here, there's no body line along this bumperette on this side. But if we go to this side over here, as you can see, we have mismatched lines right here, and it has a actual body line on it. So this is something that one of you guys actually picked up on, and you are 100% correct. That's off of a 64, not a 63. So we will have to go ahead and start hunting down a 63 bumperette so we can replace it. As you can see, she doesn't fit right at all. And at first I just thought it was because it had a little bit of a ding right there. But as you can tell, it is actually a totally different part. We'll go ahead and fix that. Just right now, let's go ahead and get this thing so we can drive it without dying from the fumes inside. Now, as you saw earlier, we did go ahead and did a little bit of a tune-up on it. Unfortunately, like I pointed out, that's not black. We'll have to keep our eye out for one that would replace that appropriately. And our coil pack, or coil, is red, which it's supposed to be black. But other than that, we have a regular oil filter from Wix. And we have the new air filter at the house, which when we get back there, we'll go ahead and replace it. Sorry about all of the road noise. I'm actually at my mom's house. We're hanging out here on this beautiful day and letting the kids play outside in their little playground areas. So the oil, we did just about 5 quarts worth of oil, and that was actually perfect for this vehicle. And as we move along, there are some chips in the paint. Unfortunately, when they bought this car back, I can't remember exactly, early 70s, when they bought this car, there was a few issues that they had the vehicle repainted, and well, we're going to be repainting it at some point as well, because they actually painted some of the chrome trim, and they didn't do that good of a job overall. Unfortunately, there's a lot of poor prep work, so we will have to fix that. It's a very solid body, except for this one door. There's a lot going on with this door, and I don't quite know why. I don't know why. Everything else is nice and solid, but this has a crazy issue going on, so we will have to do some work on the door. For now, though, we're just going to enjoy this thing, because that's really it. Exterior wise, that's the only other issue, except for when they broke into the house. Someone broke into the house and stole the keys. They also tried stealing the badges off of it. So we will have to go ahead and replace that. Oh yeah, and on this side right here, some of the chrome trim on the tail light has a bit of oxidation, and it looks like another little whammy right there. But other than that, the outside of the vehicle is pretty much uneventful. It's just has its original body lines, and it looks gorgeous. Now, when we go inside of the actual vehicle itself, that's where a lot of the sitting for prolonged periods of time and things taking up residency is very evident. And it's, you guys can't smell it, but let me tell you, she's pretty rough inside here. So we're gonna go ahead and start cleaning it up. And I just can't even get over just how nice the dash pad looks. This is a vinyl right here, it's not metal, but ooh, you definitely have to drive with the window down, and that's something I'm hoping to fix today. Also, it looks like something tried living inside the headliner, and unfortunately, I mean, fortunately it's only on that one side, but unfortunately they did that. The rest of it looks great. The actual metal dash looks to be in phenomenal shape, and we have a little bit of corrosion on the brightwork inside. Something I don't think we're going to be able to just easily fix, but maybe we might be able to find replacement parts. And I found a guy, it's Cadillac-parts.com, and Joe down there has a lot of the parts and pieces that we would need to make this thing 100%. But you guys know me, I just want to enjoy it. I just want to drive it and just enjoy it. All right, let's go ahead and start vacuuming this out and getting this thing cleaned up. Well, I'm not going to say she's 100% better, but I can definitely stand to be near it. And the next step I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to run the ozone machine in here just to knock the rest of it out. She's not 100% for sure, but so much better, guys. And yes, there may have been a few of those things inside there, you know. It's kind of the nature of the beast. But let me run the ozone machine and we'll get back to it. Guys, this is like peak luxury right here. I'm not kidding. This thing runs, it's fast. like within speed limit fast. It's fast. It's more than happy to just rock it when you want it to, and it just floats around corners, but it grabs at the same time. Like, I can't wrap my head around how comfortable this is, yet it just goes around a corner like just I can't even, guys. It's just so awesome. I did get home and found the new air filter here, and it looks like Summit actually sent us a nice hat. They're not sponsored or anything, just they're just awesome. I really like Summit Racing. It doesn't fit my fat head the way it is. Oh wait, no, there we go. Yeah, guys, she's a bit tight. She's a bit tight. I'll have to adjust her. Hang on a second. Like it was made for me. Awesome. All right, let's quickly throw that air filter in there. I am still gonna run the ozone machine. I don't know if I already said that, but oh, smells so much better in there. So much better, guys. Much betterer. Sneak this thing right out of here. There we go. Yes, look how dirty that one is. Ugh, gross. Oh, that's so much better. That was actually, believe it or not, once again, not sponsored by Wix, but I gotta say they have a great selection for filters. The fuel filter that's sitting inside the bowl there, that's Wix. The filter for the oils, Wix, and the air filters, Wix. I was originally going to grab an AC Delco, but it wasn't going to be until like end of next month. So this can go in the garbage, and I'm sure she's going to be a lot better off. So until the next time, guys, remember, as always, keep her shiny side up, and God bless.